you one thing about living in Hawaii. This, mahalo for removing your shoes. And because that is the truth. But one thing about Hawaii, we have a lot of slippers. All different kind of grade of slippers now. You see? I have more slipper. The high class slipper gets to go inside here. Then you have the okay kind of, the good cushion, expensive kind of slipper in here. And this is the boro kind of slipper that's ready to just break and go in the mud. And that's where I'm heading now. So I just came back from OK Poetry. Oh, look at this. Double. There's going to be more growing. Isn't that so pretty? This is not going good, but I got to study more about that lily flower and how it works, because these bulb flowers are really difficult. But since I came back from OK Poetry, I'm going to go and get some vegetables to put inside my cooking. Look at the beautiful butterflies we're having today. Look at that. Wow, look at those eggplants. And I'm trying to grow some kale over here. So rainbows of flowers. I can't wait. OMG. Look at that. Look at that. This is so beautiful. Wow. Whew. This what happens. Sorry about that. I'm trying to find these good stands that works better. But let's see. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you a fall over there, but look at this. Isn't that super incredible? How Mother Nature can just, wow, this is going to be a lot of flowers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, unfortunately, some of my things didn't make it through, but you know what? That means you have a very healthy garden. This one, people actually use this one for their salad and dressing it up, and I love this morning glory. Look at that. And I just thought about this, I kind of blueprinted, went through many, trials and errors of really getting it. Woohoo, look at this one. Wow. And it's really came together. It's just really putting in that energy and really reinforcing you that, hey, even though it doesn't work out the first time, it doesn't mean that you need to give up, right? I keep on doing it, and 2 years later, my garden is turning to my farm. Then I can just go out and get some fresh green onion. The simple things in life that we should always think about. And that's perfect today, because today we're going to talk about simple things. Simple Saturdays, right? So, because we have this image of maybe sometimes Saturday Night Live, but when you can get this, this is live energy. Thanks to technology. And so that's one thing. We had a meeting this week, and really we talked about how technology is really going to change the world of where we are in this new world. We can't undo it, but we can come back to, get grounded and appreciate life. Look at this one. She's back again, or he's back again. This one loves this butterfly. And so these are the kind of energy like I always love to start in the morning. I mean, who blames me, right? Look at this. These are my cotton. Look at that. Ooh, cotton is ready to be picked up. You see that? Fresh cotton for me today. So it's really, oh my God. Look at this one. You gotta see what's under here. Look at that. Look, the candy canes. That's my little candy striker over there. So here is fresh cotton. I pick it right out like this and use it. And there's seeds in there. So this is how it starts off as a flower. It actually starts off like this, like a little bud like that, then turns into a flower, and then voila. Isn't it so cool? It's so cool. Oh, so much butterflies. I love it. So, oh, you can feel this awesome energy, right? Look at that. So I'm getting my morning true vitamin D, and it feels good. And we need to kind of sometimes use things that surround us for free. You know it's real. So give you a close-up look. Oh, I love this white one. So pretty. So I kind of integrated and mixed in a lot of these flowers in between my vegetables. Today I'm gonna have some salad. Wow, this baby's gonna be big. Huge. Gonna get some of this. This is big enough. And I love to use this. It's like a spicy lettuce, and I mix it in with my what I'm going to be making with my egg dish today because you get fresh eggs. Can you believe this is asparagus? And so I keep on forgetting because I don't check on this, and these babies turn into asparagus like this. So I'm gonna kind of yeah, this is the one. Oh. So here I have my mixed flowers. Sorry about that. I keep on dropping. This thing is not good. Okay, so back in order over here. And guess what this is? These are my butterfly PT. So Lily, this is a double. We call it a Thai double. And so these are those magical um, drinks that you see that is blue and you put citrus or something like that, acidic inside of it, and it turns purple. So this is the one that, this is actually comes from this flower, and I'll make a segment on that one, and it's actually tea. It's kind of like a green tea, which is great. And so I use a lot of these beautiful vegetables. Oh, one thing it's good to have next to each other is the basil together with the tomato. So there's a lot of things that I learned when I first started 2 years ago, I was kind of like excited and start putting everything to everything. But then it just didn't have that echo balance to it, and why some of it get, and one biggest thing is the soil. The soil is the number one thing to have a great garden. That I learned, and so a lot of my soil comes directly from, guess where? The Honolulu Zoo. These are the ones. These are the magical poop. You heard it right. It's actually animal poop. And so I kind of mix it up together because I noticed that whenever I use the ones that I buy from the like Lowe's or wherever, my hand come really itchy and sore and a burning feeling. So okay, gang. So this is what I did. I kind of tied it up because they're getting time of seedlings to come in. Remember this? This was like completely like a whole bunch of grass and weed and stuff like that. So this is not as strong as the inside one on my morning glory. But guess what this is? This is holy basil. Yep, holy basil. I gotta clean this out, and I think this is mint. But it could be also this flower that's part of the mint family. So I love this section. See, if you trim it and do it the right way, it comes back like this in 10 folds. I always, it was really about trial and error, and everybody's like, you have a green thumb, and I thank you so much. But it's really due to trial and error because you got to work together with Mother Nature and actually talk to them, you know? These are hard to grow, but I love them because it's my Lakers color and in honor of my favorite basketball player, Kobe Bryant. So, love this energy. And I wanted to just share that, what I see in the morning and grasping what I'm talking about, your surroundings and the energy that brings to you. This is a hibiscus, which I'm very lucky to have like pure white hibiscus. It's so hard to find to this day. I haven't seen anybody have it, but it's like a double white hibiscus. So I planted this way back over 20 something years ago, 22 years ago or so. How's it? That's one family I love because they always say hi or how's it. In Hawaii we say, hey, what's up? How's it? We just have to do the eyebrow and that tells it all. So I'm trying to get my sunflower going over here and my bozu over here. So give you a treat of what I'm talking about, this beautiful butterfly all over. Oh look, there's my, see, I go all around and do my segments and kind of sit down and feel that energy. So while I get today's picking, I have my tea, my green onion, my mizuna, and my cotton. So simple picking like this, right? And it's really, I started all of this 2 years ago. Like, who would have known I will find this beautiful, gorgeous statue? And I just start to like, okay, because at that time, I think everybody was kind of moving away or packing up and, not really. Oh, wow, look at this picture. Perfect. I love to look from the bottom up. You can see the bees. Butterfly. Ooh, 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 she's laying her eggs. I feel like National Geographic. You saw that? She's laying her eggs. So she can get her babies, caterpillars like this. So that's why I love seeing it from here. It's like a real blessing feeling from the eyes. When you look up, you see life. You see life so much more clear, than just sometimes we just walk like this, right? We look down. And so that's when we feel why? When our spine is out, how the spine is so important. Look at me. I'm taking off my slipper. And that's what we do. It's just a culture thing that we learn out. Well, I learned it because my mom is from Japan, and um, basically in Japan, well, I'm not sure if pretty much Asian countries they take off their slippers, and so we're right here at Cocojor Corner. So it's time for some chit chat. I love it here. It's exactly how I planned it 2 years ago, kind of, where I imagined to put a stage over here. Can you guys remember? It was my old storage, and it was kind of creepy, that storage. And so it took my nephew and his friends to come down and help me out. And it was really a time for me to get together with my nephew because I haven't seen him for like, geez, 16 years? That's a long time. And so, when you're in business and you really want to get your things, but, whether you're in business or you work for someone, it's really, you don't know at that moment and how much things you could be missing in life. And I didn't really felt that until I came back here to Honolulu, where it was really another, I mean, the fast-paced life, what was happening in LA, which I'm slowly thinking of making, a series on that because it was such an interesting 5, 6 years of my life where I needed to just let go and because it wasn't going right energy, you know? And sometimes that happens, like, why all this stuff is happening to me? Why all of these things are making me feel this way? We go through so much good times as well as bad. It's bring your surrounding, bring that karma. And karma, people think, oh no, it's a bad thing. No, karma is a good thing because I always say bad things are the best thing because that's when we get the most knowledge, learning experience to move forward. Or if we haven't learned the lesson, we keep on just really staying there, and the things becomes repetitive over and over again, and that's when you can't really breathe because going back to your spine, which is your life force, and I always for me is I got into the car accident twice. But more so, when I was like 5, 6 years old, I was told by the school, I was told by the school that I had multiple sclerosis. You know, it was the health room that we all had to line up. And this was way back in the 70s, the early 70s. And we had to line up and we get our back tested or our health tested. And for some reason, they told me I had MS. So that was such a scary thing, and I didn't know what it was. I went back home to my mom, and back in the days, we don't have Google. And I'm over there telling her what it is. And so she, from Japan, she didn't understand. And so I got a whole bunch of books, which used to come in those hardcovers, Dr. Seuss book, and I laid it flat, okay? And I put like a string where I can tie it so I can make my back straight because I got so paranoid about that. And so, you know, that's when I start to walk outwards, cowboy walk. I don't know, but that's the habit, or that's how my body start to go. My feet start to go, my soul start to go outwards. You're supposed to go this way. I don't know what is the right way or the wrong way, but sometimes they call it cowboy walk. There's one thing about Hawaii, because we're such slipper orientated people, that we have a tendency to go like this. And when you go like that, you actually feel like your back is stronger when you walk outwards, because maybe that's why cowboy, yeah, maybe, yeah, when you think about it. Because a cowboy stands like this, right? But anyways, so today's segment on Chit Chat, yesterday was about, I was getting so frustrated with my hair. And it was funny because exactly 1 month ago, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my hair. And finally, last night, I decided to use this kit to straighten out my hair. And I don't really understand it because it's my first time using it. But it's like the straightening kit, I guess, you can use it for like 20 days. So I made a boo-boo. I thought, you're supposed to put it on first and not wash your hair and then wash your hair later on. But it's the opposite. You're supposed to wash your hair, then put the solution, and then rinse it all out after 20 minutes, and then put the conditioner on. And then that's what I did, but I think it came out pretty good. So I'm not sure how long this is gonna last, but it looks like I have a new haircut. So people who don't know what to do with their hair, because I want to keep it long, but I have a whole bunch of hair. I mean, this is just half of it, like this. PP Longstocking. But I'm glad and I'm blessed. Maybe because I use this micro bubble machine, and that it really helps dog grow back their hair. But look what it's doing to me. It's